finding rational numbers between other rational numbers using two-step method. So what is this two-step method? The first of the two-step method has two steps, as you can imagine. The step 1 states add the number 1 to the number of rational numbers we need to find. Then the second and final step states that multiply the numerator and the denominator of each given numbers by the number obtained in step 1 and solve. So let's find out what does this really mean. Let's take a look at an example. In that context, let's try and understand these two steps. So let's say we want to find out, let's take two rational numbers first. Let's say 2 and 4. So these are two rational numbers, and what we want to do is we want to find out, say, maybe 8 rational numbers between 2 and 4. Now, we saw earlier how we can apply average method and find out all these 8 numbers. But in the two-step technique, the first step of the two-step, it says that add 1 to the number of rational numbers we need to find. So we are looking to find 8 rational numbers. So we will take the number 8 because that many rational numbers we are trying to find, and we are going to add the number 1 to it. So 8 plus 1 will be 9. The second step and the final step of two-step technique, it is telling us, now take your original numbers, which is 2 and 4, and then multiply both the numerator denominator of each of these numbers with the number 9. So we can write the number 2 as 2 divided by 1 because there is no denominator. So we can write the number 2 as 2 divided by 1, and we can multiply both the numerator and the denominator by number 9. Similarly, we can do the same thing for 4. We can write 4 as 4 by 1 and multiply both the numerator denominator by the number 9. Why number 9? Because number 9 is what the number we got from step 1. Now, one very important observation here that we need to make is, when we multiply both the numerator and denominator by the same number, we are basically multiplying by 1. And when we multiply by 1, we don't change the number. It's very, very important because our original numbers are the number 2 and number 4. We need to find 8 rational numbers between 2 and 4. We cannot change 2 and 4. So what we have done here is, if you observe, so 2 nines are 18, 18 divided by 9, and this will be 36 divided by 9. So what we did here is that instead of 2, we are writing the number 2 as 18 by 9. And as you can see, 18 by 9 is nothing but 2. And similarly, instead of 4, we are writing that now as 36 over 9. And 36 over 9 is same as 4. And now the question is it any easier now to find out our 8 rational numbers between these two rational numbers? So here, as you can imagine, our denominator is the same. So what we can simply do now is we can keep the denominator same, and we can increase the numerator in such a way that the numerator goes from 18 to 36. That means the numerator will be more than 18 but less than 36. And the denominator will be 9, and then we can find out any 8 rational numbers. So for example, we can say 19 over 9, 20 over 9, 21 divided by 9, 22 divided by 9, 23 divided by 9, 24 divided by 9, 25 divided by 9, 26 divided by 9, 27 divided by 9. We can keep doing this till we probably get to 35 divided by 9. And as you will recall, so if we have like two fractions, say a by maybe b and c by b, right? So if the denominator is the same, it is much easier to compare the fractions. So if a is greater than c, then a by b will be greater than c by b. if A is less than C, then A by B will be less than C by B. And so we can find out these numbers in between, right? So here, all we did, we kept the denominator same, and we looked at 18, we looked at 36, and we started writing numerators which are more than 18 but less than 36, right? So 19 over 9 will be in between 18 over 9 and 36 over 9, right? 20 over 9 will be greater than 18 by 9 but less than 36 by 9, using the same logic here. So since we need to find out 8 such rational numbers, let's see how many we did actually find. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and more. So you can take your pick of any 8 rational numbers from here, and that will give you the answer. So friends, this was the two-step technique, and I know that we should look at way more examples for the two-step technique so that we can understand it completely.